Okay, so picture this. It's 1776. The American colonies, they're basically a powder keg just waiting for a match. But everyone's got a different idea, a different complaint. They needed one single powerful voice to light the fuse. And you know what? That spark came from a little 47-page pamphlet that literally changed the world. So today, right here on The Explainer, we are diving deep into Thomas Paine's common sense.
And Paine wasn't kidding with a quote like that. The sun never shined on a cause of greater worth. He really believed it. And we're about to see exactly how these few, powerful pages managed to grab all those scattered feelings of frustration and anger in the colonies and forge them into this single, unstoppable demand for independence.
All right, so here's our game plan. Paine laid out his argument like a brilliant lawyer, walking people step by step from being subjects to becoming citizens. We're going to follow that journey through these 4 parts.
Okay, let's jump right in. First up, the problem with power. And what's so wild is that Paine doesn't just start by attacking King George. Nope, he goes way bigger. He goes after the entire idea of government and monarchy as everyone knew it.
So Paine kicks things off with this really radical idea for the time. He draws a hard line between society and government. See, society, he says, that's a good thing. It's us wanting to connect, to help each other, to build things. It's a patron. But government? Whoa, that's a whole different beast. He says that's just a punisher, something we're forced to create because, we're not perfect. It's only there to restrain our wickedness.
And this all leads to one of his most famous lines ever, that government, even at its absolute best, is just a necessary evil. I mean, stop and think about that for a second. It's not this glorious thing to be praised. It's a tool we have to have only because we can't always trust ourselves to do the right thing. This one idea completely flips the script on how people thought about their rulers.
And for Paine, the #1 symbol of this broken, necessary evil is the monarchy itself. This whole idea of hereditary succession, where power is just passed down from father to son, he says that's just a total insult to everyone who comes next. Why? Because you're basically forcing future generations to be ruled by a potential rogue or a fool just because of their bloodline. It's a total lottery.
And this is where he just drops the mic. He uses this brilliant analogy from nature to completely tear down the idea of a birthright to rule. He's like, look around. Does nature guarantee that a lion is going to have a lion for a son? No way. He says, more often than not, it gives mankind an ass for a lion. I mean, what an image. It's so simple, but it's just devastatingly effective.
All right, so if the whole idea of a king is just fundamentally broken, you might be thinking, well, what about the famous English Constitution? Isn't that supposed to balance things out? Aha! Not according to Paine. He turns his attention to that next, and he basically calls it a complete sham, an illusion of freedom.
And he takes it apart piece by painful piece. You've got the king, that's monarchical tyranny. You've got the House of Lords, that's aristocratical tyranny. He basically says these first 2 are just leftovers from a tyrannical past, and they answer to nobody, certainly not the people. So what's left? Only the commons, the so-called Republican part, has any real connection to the people at all.
So the big takeaway here is that the whole checks and balances thing they were so proud of, Paine calls it a total joke. Think about it. The system locks a king away from the real world, gives him 0 real-world information, and then it gives him the power to overrule Parliament, who are supposed to be the wise ones. How does that make any sense? It's completely absurd, and he's not afraid to say so.
So you gotta ask, right? If the system is so broken, how is it even still standing? Well, Paine pulls back the curtain on the dirty little secret. The king's real power, it's not his wisdom or his divine right. It's his money. He has the power to hand out jobs and pensions. Basically, he can buy people's loyalty, corrupting the whole government from the very top.
Okay, so at this point, Paine has completely shredded the logic of British rule. But now he pivots. He goes for the heart, making this powerful, emotional case that after what's happened, after blood has been spilled, there is absolutely no going back. And this quote, wow, the blood of the slain, the weeping voice of nature cries, 'tis time to part. He's not messing around anymore. He's saying the debate is done. It's over. England started a fight, they chose violence, and now America has to answer. It is time to part ways, for good.
And just so you don't think it's all emotion, he immediately backs it up with cold, hard common sense.
Why is reconciliation a bad dream? Well, for starters, staying tied to Britain means getting dragged into all of Europe's pointless wars. And this whole idea that England is the parent country, Paine calls that out as a lie. Europe is the parent. And then there's the most obvious point of all. How can a tiny island possibly rule an entire continent? It's just not practical.
And then he hits you with this question. And he's not asking a politician, he's asking you, the reader. Can ye hereafter love, honor, and faithfully serve the power that hath carried fire and sword into your land? He forces you to make it personal. After they've attacked your home, your neighbors, can you really go back to serving them? He makes reconciliation sound not just wrong, but like a betrayal.
But here's the thing. It's easy to tear something down. Paine knew that wasn't enough. You can't just leave a giant hole where a government used to be. So in his final act, he pivots from destroying the old to building the new. He offers up this incredible vision for what an independent America could actually look like.
And he doesn't just talk in vague ideas. Nope, he gives them an actual blueprint, a plan. He's talking about a continental Congress with representatives from every colony. He suggests annual assemblies, a president chosen by lottery so no one gets too comfortable. And check this out, requiring a 3/5 majority to pass major laws. Every single step is designed to make sure no one person and no one colony can ever get too powerful. And Paine, being the master communicator he is, knows exactly what people are thinking. Okay, fine, we get rid of King George, but then who's our king? He tees up this question because he knows it's on everyone's mind. And his answer? Well, it's the most powerful, game-changing moment in the entire pamphlet.
And here it is, the knockout punch. He says, "I'll tell you, friend, in America, the law is king." Just let that sink in. No man on a throne, no hereditary ruler. The ultimate authority, the thing that everyone answers to, is the law itself, a law that the people themselves create. I mean, this is a truly revolutionary idea.
And just to make sure the point really lands, he paints this incredible picture. He imagines a ceremony where they literally place a crown on a copy of the law, and then they smash it. They demolish the crown and scatter the pieces among the people. Why? To show everyone, visually, that the power belongs to them. It doesn't get much clearer than that.
And this is the final, goosebumps-inducing takeaway from it all. Paine is telling them that this isn't just about breaking up with England. This is about a chance to begin the world over again, to create something brand new, a nation built not on accidents of birth, but on reason, on rights. It was a chance to hit the reset button for all of humanity and build a refuge for freedom for the entire world. A truly staggering idea, then and now.